What's going on, Kicks gang? It's HEATKICKZ. He Kicks back with another dope sneaker unboxing, another really sick pickup from the All-Star weekend, and one we've all been waiting around for several years. Coming back with the retro, the Air Jordan 6 Infrared. Let me go ahead and give you guys a couple details about the outer packaging. I know a lot of you guys have seen this to nauseum, but for some of the newcomers that haven't seen it, let me go over it real quick. We've got the black top with the red Jumpman. Coming around to the far side, we've got the sizing, the price, and the barcode. This is my little name tag that they put for the raffle, and then of course the Foot Locker sticker, and then the red Jumpman here on the side. Coming around to the far side of the box, all black, and the cement print on the bottom. And then of course, as usual with Nike and Jordan silhouettes, we have the trademark and branding information on the bottom. Let's go ahead and pop the top like we have with all the Air Jordan 5s. Again, we have that black plastic paper that we have that separates the silhouette, and as you guys can see, the Air Jordan 6 Infrared. One of the things I will say about the packaging though that I've been noticing more and more lately that's really frustrating, they need to use better glue on the outside of the box here. Literally the Air Jordan 4s and 5s, they never put the proper glue on the outside of the box. The side pops up and then the plastic wrapping gets stuck to the side of the box and makes a big mess. I'm sure if you guys have been collecting for a while and you have a decent amount of Jordan 4s, 5s, and 6s, you guys know what I'm talking about. And then of course, like I said, the Jordan 6 comes in the exact same packaging as the Jordan 5. And with that, let me go ahead and grab these out of the box real quick. And bang, bang, we've got the Air Jordan 6 Infrared, one of the greatest models, one that we've all been waiting for a long time. There's been tons of hype around this shoe, and I know it's been a while since we've gotten the retro, and one of the things about that is that a lot of people weren't actually happy with the last retro we got. On this particular pair, we've got the Nike Air on the back. The color of the infrared or red on this is definitely a darker shade of red than we got with the infrared color on the previous model. It's definitely not a true red or a Chicago red, and as you look at it a little bit closer, it has more of that pinkish or infrared color. But then as you change direction or you come a little bit farther, you can see it's actually got a bit more red coloring in it than the previous silhouette. It still does have a little bit of that pinkish color, I definitely won't lie about that, but being out and about with natural light, I think it's gonna look a lot more red. And from what I've heard, people were actually really happy with what they did with this silhouette, and I gotta admit, I am too. You guys will be really shocked to hear when they first announced this sneaker, I'm definitely not the biggest Jordan 6 fan, and as you guys will see from the previous video, I just reviewed the Air Jordan 9. That was actually the first Air Jordan 9 in the collection, and you guys may think I'm crazy, even though we've had several silhouettes of the Air Jordan 6 recently. This is actually the first Air Jordan 6 of the collection, and I actually wasn't even going to get this silhouette. I was into the turbo green, the blue chill ones. There were so many other silhouettes that were coming out for All-Star weekend, so many other things that I was looking at, and it wasn't really because there was a lot of other stuff coming out or it was money or anything like that, but for some reason, looking at pictures, it just really didn't do it for me. But as usual with a lot of Nike silhouettes, you know, I'm looking at pictures online, and then once I started to see more views of the on foot, once I started to see that the red was more of a red than it was a pink, it definitely started to grow on me. And although I'm not really a big fan of the 6 silhouette, this silhouette looks really, really dope. And I gotta be honest, I was really bummed when I heard that they didn't do a suede on this, that they did a nubuck material, which as you can see doesn't have that booty backstroke motion, and some of the nubucks can tend to get really ashy, but I was really, really shocked and happy with the materials that they used. So they didn't use a suede, but they also didn't use a really crappy nubuck material. This actually has a really nice texture. It doesn't have that chalky texture, and although it's black, I really don't think it's gonna get that chalky or that dusty. It's got a really nice dark dye to it. For those of you guys that have seen them in hand, it's just a really, really dark, true black. As you guys have seen with a lot of different shoes, they'll name a color color, whether it be red, black, blue, and you'll notice that the color is not exactly like it looked on film, or it's just not what you expected. For instance, a lot of the Ultra Boosts come out and they say that they're the triple black colorway, but they have grays and they have anthracite and other colors that actually kind of complement the shoe, but they're not a true black. And the coloring on this upper is a true black. And I just want to go ahead and give you guys a close up of that nubuck, and I'm really impressed with the materials. Like I said, I usually like suede more than I like nubuck on most silhouettes, but this is one silhouette where I definitely think nubuck was the better choice. As you guys can see, we've got the reflective 3M here on the inside of the perforations here on the top, and then here around the ankle on the collar. We've got that really nice infrared color here on the side of the midsole. We've got the white that wraps around the air box. We've got the infrared and the black on the midsole here on the side. And then flipping to the bottom, we have that really nice clear icy outsole. It's got this nice zigzag pattern here, and that black design goes in suit. And then on the middle of the outsole, we've got that really nice large infrared Jumpman, which pops really nice on this sneaker. Let's go ahead and look at the upper again. We've got that really nice nubuck all the way around, and then one of the best things about this particular release is the Nike Air on the back. We've got that really thick pull tab in the back covered in that infrared color, and then flipping around to the front, we've got that infrared Jumpman on that really soft nubuck tongue. And then of course, one of the things that I love on the 4s, 5s, and 6s is the lace lock, and I like that they actually just do the lace lock without the clear holder. Now don't get me wrong, I like that clear holder, but not on the 6. We've got the really thick black tongue on the front. As you guys can see, it's got the 2 windows, and then it's got the Jordan branding, which is really cool. It's actually got the word Air typed in between the Jordan writing on the front. And as you guys know, or maybe don't know, the tongue is actually interconnected with the upper, but does have a little bit of an elastic stretch to it. And then looking at the inside, we have an all red or infrared insole with that Nike Air branding, which is definitely dope. I like when they take the brighter color of the silhouette and put it on the insole. Definitely something that nobody else is gonna see, but like I always say, it's something that I know about and it's something that I see. And when looking at the purchase of a shoe, I definitely look at all aspects: comfort, materials, things that I can see, things that other people can see, really an overall look of the silhouette as a whole. I really like how they actually did like an off-white color for the Air unit, because that's one of the things to change color first. And by going with that off-white color on the Air unit to start, it really doesn't get that nasty looking color. It honestly just looks the same, and I've been noticing they've been doing that a lot lately, and I actually prefer it. And then again, just wanted to mention once again, we've got that really nice icy outsole. It's not that icy blue, it's that real clear ice on this one. Ice, baby, ice. And honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up with that. I'm sure you guys have been seeing tons of pictures, tons of reviews, and tons of videos, but for those of you guys that may not have seen some of those videos, I wanted to put this out for you, and I definitely wanted to get it up on the channel. I gotta admit, I did a complete 180 with this shoe. I gotta be honest, I really wasn't excited with this shoe or the silhouette at all, and it's honestly gone from one of my least favorite silhouettes to one of my favorite. I really like that infrared color, and I really like the shape of the upper, or really the shape of the entire shoe. Some of the things that I'm not the biggest fan of is the perforations on the side. And one thing about the nubuck that they use, it kind of has that chalky, gritty feeling, which is almost like screeching nails on a chalkboard, which sometimes kind of irks me. But I think it was really cool that they got the 3M that pops, and it might be kind of tough to see it on camera right now, but walking down the street at night, that's really gonna pop out and reflect. And like I always say, I'm super excited to be adding this to the collection. I'm super excited to have my first Air Jordan 6 in the collection, and I'm happy that my first Air Jordan 6 is the Air Jordan 6 Infrared. And with that, I'll go ahead and wrap it up. And like I always say, if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe and smash that notification bell so you guys can get all my videos on demand. It's Heat Kicks. I'm out.